Fast.
Brothers on the rise now. Endless celebrations all in my house. Levitating now, I'm super duper fly now. London boy, but they see where I reside now. Put the time in while you always yelling time out. And for quit it, cause I know I'm coming with it. You were sitting, you were wishing I was handling my business. Now I got the ball like Harry Potter playing Quidditch. And my business so humongous, you would think that happens in there. Oh man, I'm all that, yeah, I'm all that. Looking for that whip, yeah, that what you call that. I'ma blow up in the summer, have them yelling fall back. And I've always been ahead like an effing ball cap. Man, I came in the game like, whoa. Got a couple chains on me cause I like gold. They told me I'm the best and I told them I know. Cause when I'm in your town, every ticket.
Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer! Phil Spencer, baby, let's go! Yes! 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 Yes!
Welcome to all VIP and unlimited grinders.
The storm is coming. Welcome to all VIP and ultimate grinders. Let's go! Let's go! I'm in the golden grind out. Welcome to the daily grind house. Knock, knock, knock on the door. Light the fire. Let's go! Storm is coming. Let's go!
What are we doing here?
It's coming.
Goddamn Xbox Phil Ness. What are we doing here? I didn't even think. Man, oh man, grinders. Oh man. It is like days without Phil Ness. And we were like, it's a new year. It's a new year. 2025. Happy New Year. It's day one, January 1st. Happy New Year. Oh, shit.
Great circle is coming
Bitches.
Man. What's up, Aaron Brown? Sonic is in here. What's up, Sonic? How you doing, man? If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. We're on our way. Believe me. We're going to start the new year like this. We're going to have a roller coaster of a year. It's going to be insane. Holy crap. Phil Spencer was at a party after he spent $80 billion and he's drinking his champagne and they're like, Phil, what happened? He's like, what? Oh, man, he couldn't even get, it's like how many days without an injury? And Phil's at 0. He's like, it's a new year. It's a new me. It's a new year and a new me. Phil Spencer was drinking his champagne going, they're like, Phil, happy new year. Oh. Goddamn, Phil couldn't even finish his New Year's champagne before somebody at the devs reminded him how he sucks again. Holy crap. Goddamn, Phil.
Gaming.
Phil couldn't even finish his Happy New Year rooftop party.
Oh no! We suck again!
They had to remind them, man, at 0001 in the morning, they had to remind Phil that you suck again, Phil. And Boosty, he spit out his champagne. There he is. God damn, Phil, spitting out the champagne. He's like, it's a new year, new me. They're like, no, Phil. It's going to be a long-ass year. That's what it's going to be, Phil. Happy New Year to Weeb. How you doing, man? Drep, how you doing? Come on in. Yeah, this is a Grinds Bite, man. We're going wild tonight. We're going Lucci Sky is in here. Yo, I got your tweet, man. We're going to start with your tweet. Right there, Lucci Sky. And Nick, how you doing, Mod? Happy New Year, Maniola. Shout out to you, man. The first like, he's like, open up those Grindhouse doors. Holy crap. What a surprise, right? Phil Spencer tried to celebrate Happy New Year's. He's like, it's a new Phil, it's a new me. He's like, a new me. And they're like, the devs go, no, Phil, you suck again. And he's like, oh.
No. We suck again.
Phil couldn't even drink his goddamn New Year's champagne. It's a new Phil. He's like, it's a new year. No more Phil Ness. He's like, at midnight, Phil Spencer's sitting there. He goes, you know what? You know what, everybody? Greenberg, Sarah. He's serenading Sarah. He's sitting there with Sarah. Booty, you sticking up the place, go outside, take a walk. It feels like, guys, I'm going to make a vow to you. I'm going to tell you right now, my New Year's resolution is no more Phil Ness. Goddamn, it's 12 o'clock. Goddamn, there might not Phil. Oh, shit. He's like, who said that? Oh, man. Wukong. Goddamn Wukong. Oh, man, he's capping. Smooth's off the rails. I saw Smooth. He's like, oh, he don't believe the devs, man. Smooth, drink whatever Smooth's drinking. Even though he's still drunk from New Year's. Holy crap, Smooth. Nah, not like this. Not like this. This is exactly the year start that Phil Spencer didn't want. A reminder of how Booster sucks again. And hey, if you were just celebrating and you just woke up and you hung over a little bit and you go, what the hell is going on in here? Oh, he gave up multiple times. What the hell is going on over here? Well, while you were sleeping, the Wukong Dev. So if you remember, if you're listening to the show, I had 3 shows already. It was a crazy, awesome exit of the last year and New Year. Man, we had a show Sunday about the console portables. We had a show Grindhouse on Monday night, and then had a special members only stream last night, which was fun as hell. Yesterday afternoon, and now today I thought I was like, oh, okay, I'll take a break. Nope. They're like, new year, new Xbox sucks again, and we got to do it again. And yeah, so if you just woke up from drinking and you had a party of a night, Happy New Year to everybody. So hit that like button as a good new year. Hit that like button, share it out, let them know that we have opened up the gates of the gaming grindhouse. And yeah, so what happened? All right, well, I put down my friggin' Italian margarita. And yeah, so Wukong, if you remember, I was saying, wait, you know what? What's interesting, in one of my year in review, which I did on Sunday, I said, you know, it was another year with a big game of the year game.
You're my number 1 customer.
Being on Xbox. It was a brand new Xbox Skip.
Skip. Go for son.
Skip.
Yeah.
But skip.
Where you go?
Skip. We skip.
Simple as that.
Skip.
Skip. Go for son.
It was another year and another skip.
Skip. We skip.
Simple as that.
It's another skip. So damn, Skip is going crazy. He wilding. So we had the 2 Baldur's Gate Game of the Year not there. They announced it at least at the Game Awards. Another Game of the Year contender, Wukong, just magically just skips Xbox. Baldur's Gate, why? It's not. It's a Sony thing. No, the Baldur's Gate devs said, oh no, we are trying to optimize this for Booster, the Series S. Booster box. It's the Xbox Booster, the weak one that's delaying the game. That's what Baldur's Gate devs said. Oh, no, they don't believe the devs. Get to work. Then Wukong happens. The same thing. Sony didn't market it as an exclusive. It was announced as a multi-plat game. Goes out on PC, comes out on PlayStation. Goddamn crickets when it comes to Xbox. Where's the Xbox? What? Where is it? Where is it? They go, where is it? And then they run wild because then some Xbox PR, which we'll get into. First, we'll get into the facts of what happened. But then they say something and they go, oh, it was a paid Sony exclusive. And Phil couldn't comment on it. All this thing like Sony's money having it. Like they did. I'm like, but it's so weird because Sony didn't really treat this like an exclusive. They didn't pull like a Stellar Blade or a type of like, some sort of some sort of big rollout. They just said, hey, Wukong's coming to PlayStation. And there it is. Like, there it is. Then crickets. No update. When's it coming to Xbox? Nobody knows. Nobody could say anything. They don't know how. They think Sony bought exclusivity. Then it wins golden joysticks. It's at the Game Awards. No announcement for Xbox. And I said in the year review, this is the second year a big game that was in the Game of the Year nominations, a big game made waves like Baldur's Gate 3, and now Wukong just skipped Xbox magically. Just like, oh, yep, no, it's not coming. It was announced for it, but it's not coming. Happy New Year, Kratos. That's the ultimate New Year. When Kratos wishes you a Happy New Year. Thank you, boy. Happy New Year, boy. But it's the second year in a row that a big game that just blew up, Phil Spencer, hand in his pants, 2 hands in his pants, going, wasn't me. It wasn't me. Phil, you saw him on the sofa. It wasn't me. He just like, he don't know. Like, what? I don't know. And the owners of the platform are like, Phil, where's the game? Everybody's playing it. They're saying it's Game of the Year. Holy shit, it is a Game of the Year. Where is it for Xbox? Oh no! But I can tell you about cloud and about how our games are everywhere. And Phil, shut the fuck up! What happened to the games that everybody's playing, but not us? Oh, Did I tell you about the portable? Did I tell you about we're not growing? Did I tell you about my growing problem? My ED, it's not growing. Did I tell you about consoles not growing? Phil, I don't give a shit about not growing. Why is everybody playing this game and Xbox isn't? I don't know. 2 years in a row. Baldur's Gate blew up. Xbox nowhere to be found. Oh, they announced at the Game Awards. Thank God you got out of the year with it. Wukong, nowhere. And they try to pin it on some sort of exclusivity. And they're running, Sony just money hatted it. And then they're all running around, all their podcasts and all their jerk. Paul Tassi, face down, ass up somewhere, ran some bullshit. We'll talk about him. But then Phil Spencer thinking he got out of the year. He thinks he's drinking his champagne. He's like, oh, shit. 1 year. I'm not doing Phil Ness this year. I'm telling the truth. Goddamn, strikes midnight. Phil Spencer spitting out these goddamn champagnes. Because this happens. The Dev. Remember now, when Wukong didn't win Game of the Year at the Keeley Smuggling Grape Show, they went on a rampage. They were like pissed off. And in their anger, they dropped the facts. And here it is. Before I read it, let me get to the wonderful chats, because the grinders are fired up. I can tell you right now. I can see everybody coming on in here. You're not walking in the grindhouse door. You're goddamn drop kicking the shit. I'm going to have to come up with new hinges. You guys are coming in here and ready to knock down the walls. I'm got you, grinders. I got you. The Game Night 123 with the 5. He goes, the year has just started and bots are back to claiming that Wukong devs are lazy. Anything to defend the potato, I guess, whatever. Hey, man. It was somebody in the chat already said Xbox can't even start the year off. They start the year with an L already, and the cap. Yeah, all these podcasts, all smooth, all of them. Not even like all the friggin' Xbox podcasts. They're like, oh shit, I gotta now cap for this shit. I just ran around saying Sony money hatted this deal, and now the dev comes out and confirms it was basically the the S booster box. They're ready. They can't even get out of the New Year's Day without thinking about, what a year 2025 is going to be for Xbox podcasts and Xbox influencers. Man, they got to start doing Booker T spinneroonies. They're going to be like, they'll start spinning now. They're like, yo, I couldn't even get a month. I thought I was going to have to spin the shit out of Avowed. At least give me to February. They're like, God, in January 1st, 2025, I already got to start spinning. Holy shit. I already got to start doing my Booker T spinneroony, 5-time world champion spinneroony. It's like, holy shit. J Game, a member for a year. Here he is, Golden Grinder. Happy New Year to you, Jez and the Grinders. Bitches!
Bitches!
Thank you, J Gamer UK. Maniolis, member at 32 months. Holy shit, Maniolis. He's an old timer. He goes, is Sony money having Xbox first party games running at 30 frames? Oh man, 30 frames. You mean this kind of 30 frames?
Juicy, 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 dirty frames, sippin'. Juicy, dirty, juicy, on that bitch Xbox. Juicy.
Oh man, juicy.
He's really good and it's really, really fast and buttery smooth. Friends don't let friends play with 30 hertz games.
So yeah, I think.
Oh, ouch, hiss. Yeah, that's right, Chad. Tassie's really right. You need a Fire Stick to play. Sony money had exactly. It was so weird. Neil's finally here. There we go, Neil. Neil kicking there. Skip boy. That's right, skip boy. So here we go. So this is the tweet. It wasn't even a tweet. It was on some sort of forum or some sort of thing. And he goes right here. Although there are no big surprises, it was written in Chinese. So it translated. We hit translate and you could get it. I took the screenshot and shared it out too. And this is exactly what it said. You know, and somebody wrote here, in 2024, which attracted more than 40 million people, Black Man Wukong finally won 3 awards, including Game of the Year. The Steam Awards. Game of the Year, you know, outstanding story game, thank you. Very players and voters. So he commented and he goes, although there were no big surprises, I still felt a little emotional after getting all of them. Everyone's fighting power is so terrifying, but the only thing missing is the Xbox robe. It seems a bit wrong, parentheses, but that's 10 gigabytes of shared memory. It's really impossible to get it without several years of optimization experience. There's only the first of the year, 2025. Here we go. If I can find it. The first one, I thought I was going to wait a couple of months before I did this one, but we're already at it. Where the hell?
Hold on.
Okay.
Holy Spirit, activate.
Oh, no.
10 gigs of shared memory.
Activate. Holy Spirit, activate.
There it is. It's
activate.
What have they said since they announced the series? Since they announced these series of consoles, what was the issue with the S? The memory, the shared memory of the S. It's there. There it is. And you want to know what? It says the same exact issue that the Baldur's Gate developers said, where they were trying to be nice about it, but they said the technical limitations of the Xbox caused a delay. The model that Microsoft released was not a benefit to any developers. It was a benefit to themselves. And we'll talk about that, because that's what I'm ultimately realizing here. Because this was not built for the devs. And we've seen this. We've seen criticism. There's been so much friggin' damage control about the existence of this weaker Xbox since it was announced as Project Project Lockhart. This stupid thing was a bad strategy for developers. Who wants to go into a next generation and have to compromise starting the generation? Especially when the 1X was in existence and actually they were pushing it. They had to bring it back because it was less teraflops and the memory was shared. And devs didn't want it. But everybody's like, oh, but market saturation, and they can figure it out. It's scalability. They'll just take down the resolutions a little bit. That's about it. It's the 1080, 1440p box. It's like, shut up. Oh, they'll just scale. Know who we need to interview? Grinders, know who I need to interview? We need to interview the VP of Next Gen to ask him, what the fuck is going on with Xbox? Where's the VP of Next Gen? Where's that Jason Ronald bearded motherfucker? Where is he? Jason Ronald, VP of Next Gen. You're not talking about goddamn portable Xboxes and portable Asus bullshit. A portable Legion goes. This is where Jason Ronald, the VP of Next Gen, needs to get his ass on Twitter, get on a podcast, and talk his shit. Because Jason Ronald, you're the VP of Next Gen. You talk this shit. You answer questions. Where is your ass? You better not be preparing to talk about some bullshit app on goddamn Legion Goes. That's what they got him ready for? You got to answer to this shit. This is your baby, the Xbox. You're the VP of Next Gen. Do your job. Where is he? Where are you, bitch ass? Where are you? We need goddamn answers. We need answers right now. Jason Ronald. What's going on here? We got questions. What happened to this whole scalability? Here he is, Jason Ronald. What? What happened? Jason Ronald. Excuse me. We have questions. We have questions, Jason Ronald. You're the VP of Next Gen. What's going on with Booster? Oh, shit. He's eyeing up that PlayStation now. Oh, damn. But this, he already failed. He already failed at his job. Feels like, yeah, we're going to put him the VP of Next Gen. Get a load of this shit. And then the Wukong Dev's talking. He goes, oh, shit. Feels like, oh, you're the VP of Next Gen. See, I told you, this is what Phil does. Phil puts all these people out there. He puts all these people out there to take the hit. And Phil Spencer runs around like goddamn immunity, goddamn Mickey Mouse. But just like when they talk about the next gen shit, they're going to pull up Sarah Bond's ticket. They're going to be, hey, Sarah Bond, you said about the most technically advanced piece of hardware ever. What's going on? Phil's like, she said that, bitch. No, she said that. I didn't say anything. I just said 4 games, but then I was wrong. But then remember, I said, we're learning. Phil's like, I'm learning. He said, I'm learning. I just said 4 games, but I'm learning. But she said that crazy shit. That wasn't me. Now he's like, you know what? I need somebody to take the hit for this bullshit Xbox hardware. Who's up? All right, Surface Team, you're making it. You know, Jason Ronald, we're going to appoint you to VP of Next Gen. Oh, shit. He got a VP of Next Gen. He's like, thou shall not pass. Excellent. Phil's like, excellent. I love the drama. Phil Spencer's like, Jason Ronald, you're going to be the VP of Next Gen, and you're going to have to answer to all the bullshit about the hardware, which I knew was going to be a failure for me. But I'm not. Phil Spencer will come down big. Oh, boy, I'm here. He's here to save the day, Phil Spencer. But he let over Gandalf over here, he let him take the hit. Because we need answers. We need answers. He was like, you'll just scale down. Oh, the devs will just put the resolution down, and it will work on S. VP of Next Gen, what are you talking about? Dude. Josh, they didn't ask anybody what they wanted. Phil's like, we need to saturate the market, chum it. Chum it with that booster box. Cheap ass bullshit Xbox. Dude. There you go. 10 gigs of shared memory. So let's go back. Let's go back. And look at the statement here. It's really impossible to get it without several years of optimization. What's incredible? So it is a challenge, he said. This is not easy. That's why we haven't heard when this Wukong game is coming out for Xbox. He says right there. It seems a bit wrong. But it's 10 gigs of shared memory. It's really impossible to get it without several years. Not a couple of months, not a couple of weeks, but several years of optimization experience. Holy shit on me. Man. Phil Spencer and VP of Next Gen. What's going on?
Oh, no! We suck again!
What the hell's going on? And I am sure tomorrow there's going to be some sort of damage control, some sort of clarification. But let's go back and see what did they say when they got interviewed, because that's where we're going to come to our good old buddy here. He's in the grindhouse right here, Gloochie Sky, and he sent this over. He sent, this is the statement that Microsoft gave, and this is the one that everybody ran wild with. We're excited for the launch of Black. This is the bullshit PR that Microsoft, again, messaging. Oh, guess what? He's preparing for the conference, Mr. Tennis. I think it's a crying emoji. Michael Meridian, I think that guy has, that is a crying emoji. Or maybe not. I don't know. Maybe it's not a crying emoji. But it's not, I don't know if it's laughing or not. It doesn't look like he's laughing. Because if you look at the statement, the only thing missing is the Xbox robe. It seems a bit wrong. But that's 10 gigs of shared memory. It's really impossible to get it without several years of optimization experience. Dude, he goes right to the memory. So now we know that the delay, yet again, with Wukong is the same reason why Baldur's Gate 3 was delayed. Optimization, like the words are there. Like where is the here we go. What is it? Baldur's Gate. They said the same thing. They were trying to be nice about it. And it says right here, the announcement was delayed. What did they say it was? Where was it? There you go. They struggled to get the split screen co-op working. Remember? Yeah, I wonder why. Why don't we ask Halo why they couldn't get their split screen working? Memory, you think? Split screen co-op couldn't be working. Optimization split screen. Oh, why? I wonder why. That ask Halo why they couldn't get split screen after they promised it. Remember? Oh, here it is. Oh, what did they say? Just over a year ago. Where is it? I'm just going to pull up the exact thing that they said. There you go. Baldur's Gate 3 has been delayed on Xbox due to memory issues. So now we figure out Wukong's doing the same thing. Let's go see where they said it right here. It was, yep. Where is it? Lingering memory issues. They were finding temporary workarounds. Memory issues. They couldn't get co-op working. Yes, Gears did have split screen. Yes, it did. The Gears 2 and stuff. So now they ask why Wukong was delayed. And this is what Xbox or Microsoft PR tells them. This is what they all ran with. As we said before, we're excited about the launch of Black Myth Wukong on Xbox. They won't tell you when. You know, they won't say 6 months, 3 months. They would just say we're excited for it. So this was back, when was this? This was, when the hell was this? This was months, this was back when it released. That's what they said. We're working with game science to bring the game to our platforms. We prefer not to comment on the deals made by our partners with other platform holders, but we can confirm that the delay is not due to Xbox platform limitations that have been raised to us. A blatant lie. Sergeant just sent me something. Let's see what this is. There you go. Thank you, Sergeant. And just kind of going back to the past, but look right here. Like we said before, the Xbox Series S. This is September 11th, 2020. id Software devs expressed their concerns over Xbox Series X hardware specs, memory situation, not easy to compensate. Again, the memory situation. We've seen it again with Halo Infinite, with the co-op, and we've seen it with Baldur's Gate as a memory issue with the split screen, and now Wukong Dev talks about 10 gigabytes of shared memory. Dude, are we seeing a pattern here? These are 3 different developers. These are 2 huge games in Baldur's Gate, Game of the Year, and also Wukong, Game of the Year. Big games that blew up, sold completely incredible, and everybody was playing it except the Xbox consoles. And they come around and the Baldur's Gate guys were nice about it. The Wukong guys seem a little bit like, hey, you know, it is what it is. We have no insight to when the Wukong one's coming. If this was some 6-month exclusive, Sony shows it at the bottom of their thing, like you know, 1 month and 1 year on other platforms, 6 months. There's no definition of it. But Microsoft deny. And then the dev comes out January and says this. The delay is because of the Series S. Yeah, they called it a potato. Like, they did not want this thing. But there you go. But that's 10 gigs of shared memory. And what's crazy is that in the same time that we still do not know when Wukong is coming to Xbox, they go and they update the PS5 Pro version. You know, the hardware that everybody was screaming, who's this for? Remember the PS5 Pro? Nobody wants it. Who's this for? It's $700. Yeah, well, dude, they seem to prioritize that over your bitch-ass booster box. The PS5 Pro, the console that nobody wanted. Who asked for this? Who's this for? Well, they gave it a glorious patch. A beautiful PS5 Pro patch they gave it. And I've been playing it. Oh, yeah. And it's clear and runs beautiful. What's so funny is that the whole Xbox platform does not have this game, but the PS5 Pro, a $700 upgrade of people screaming from the rooftops, nobody wants this. Who's this for? Well, guess what?
Great circle is
That platform, that install base of the Pro got a Pro update before you even get it announced for when it's coming out to Xbox. If that doesn't tell you the story of the issues with Xbox, their brand, their install base, their subscription, all the shit that we've been talking about, nothing will. And I know you will all deny it. I know you will. But there you go. Explain how the PS5 Pro got a December patch and January 1st, the dev is saying the Xbox version has goddamn memory issues. But December got a PS5 Pro patch for an install base, a console install base of who's this for? Tell me. Tell me where priorities are. Tell me how relevant Xbox is and the Series S above all. And again, Baldur's Gate, memory issues. We just kept doing it. Oh, but the Pro gets it. The devs wanted it, right? Exactly. This is the issue that they do. This is where they just cap so much for the stupid Xbox brand. And the problem is right in front of them. It's all a disaster. It's a mistake. It is all flute. It is all a train wreck.
It was a disaster.
Goddamn mess.
It was a train wreck.
Because Microsoft
it was a disaster, Ryan.
Didn't know what the hell they were doing. It was a train wreck.
It was a disaster, Ryan.
They still don't. They don't know. Because logically, how do you make this make sense? How does the console that's $700, an install base of minuscule install base. It just came out in September at $700. How does that get a PS5 Pro update by the end of the year and you still don't have a release date for the game that came out months ago on Xbox platforms? And then you have the developer saying this. It seems wrong that there's 10 gigs of shared memory. It's really impossible to get it without several years of optimization experience. They'll say it's a translation issue. They'll say, oops, he didn't know what he was talking about. Phil, somebody will clarify this tomorrow. But you want to know what? He probably will clarify, because this is going all over the place, dude. Everybody's running with this. Everybody's going with the dev said. This is a dev. And what's hilarious is that little Tassie ran with the whole thing, saying like, this is all I was told. This is all I was told. They just told me that this is what they said. The source with the knowledge of the situation has told me Black Myth Wukong is not currently on Xbox because of an exclusivity deal, and it's not delayed because of any sort of technical issue. Really? Really? Did the devs go up there and thank Sony for their support when they won their awards at Black Myth Wukong? Thank you, Sony, for public, because usually when they have exclusivity deals, because they kind of front the money for developmental costs, right? They thank Sony for supporting the thing. Did they even? No. Sony even market this as an exclusive? No. Because it was a surprise to even Xbox. Where is it? It just dropped Xbox. It just skipped it. The same way Baldur's Gate did. And if you need, and so he's just running now, and here he goes now. He goes, and now here's his damage control. He's like, oh man, I can't even get out of this year without getting scooped. He goes, being tagged in this Wukong thing, but by the end of that, Microsoft went on the record saying that it wasn't hardware on its end and clearly kept gesturing to PlayStation. So take it up with them. Really? It was a PR statement, and I bet you at the time they're not going to state that it's a technical issue. Microsoft was not going to say, because if it is, that could be legal, not even legal stuff, but there's basically a admittance of just the hardware they put out ain't cutting it. Like they can't, Microsoft will never come out and say, oh, it's due to technical issues that we are not getting these games. Devs are struggling with our Series S. Microsoft will never say that. Exactly, Drep. Microsoft will never say that. I know, Mr. Tennis. Phil Spencer came and enjoy his holiday. He's like, geez, I go back to work tomorrow. He goes, oh, shit, I got to already start the Xbox podcast for this year. Now, Microsoft's going to deflect from this. What they'll do is by the end of this week, we'll find out when the Dev Direct is. They'll deflect because they got to give them a whiff. They got to give all those Xbox podcasts a whiff because right now they're spinning and Rooney. So Phil Spencer got to come down tomorrow, go do like a little of this, and all those Xbox guys will be crawling up his ass again because that's exactly what he does. We've been through this circus all the time. This is just a new year, same Xbox, same stuff. Because the facts, right? There's too much. Like, listen, I don't need to be told by PR or anything. It's not even this Black Myth Wukong dev saying this. This memory issue has been an issue multiple times. id Software, their own company, said the S had a series memory issue. This guy, 10 gigs of shared memory. He says it. The developer, Baldur's Gate dev, said it due to memory issues. Like, this has been going on and on. And if you still don't want to believe it, you're like, yeah, but other devs do it. You want to see something, Ryan, is hit that goddamn like button. Here's Indiana Jones, the best graphical game running on a Series X and an S. Look at the friggin' resolution of the goddamn Series S. Dude, it is fighting for its life to run this game. You're telling me that there's no issues going on here. Look at this. It's a blurry mess on the right. That's your S. Who's that for? Look at this. Oh, well, Indiana Jones. Look at the way Indiana Jones runs on this shit. Look at this guy. Where's the VP of Next Gen? He got to answer to this. Look at this. It's like a last gen game and a new gen game in the same fucking generation. Holy shit.
Stop. Enough.
This is the same gen. Oh, the one has to be $100. The other one has to be $5. Dude, they're like $150 apart from each other.
Illness.
Look at this.
Where's the lamb sauce?
And you're telling me that the S is fine. It's the lazy devs? Lazy devs. Look at this shit. Look. Wait a second. Where's the other more parts? Blotchy surfaces. Oh, yeah, no. The S is fine. It's the devs. That's their problem. Look. Watercolor textures. Exactly. Oh, but other people could do it on the S. Dude, look at the resolutions that they got to run this game at to get it to run on Series S. And tell me that Black Myth Wukong, who was not running super smooth on the PlayStation 5. And that's Unreal Engine. You could say Unreal Engine all you want. But guess what? The Halo studio has moved to Unreal Engine 5. Uh-oh.
25.
It's coming.
Halo Studios has moved to Unreal Engine 5. So you can't say, well, it's Unreal Engine, nobody uses it. Get ready, because Halo Studios is using Unreal 5. All right? So get ready, Series S, if Unreal Engine 5 seems to be the problem.
25.
It's coming.
But come on. You can't even see the trees behind this guy. And you're telling me that the S is fine, and it's the devs. It's fine. Nothing to see here. Exactly. That's right.
Move on. Nothing to see here. Please disperse. Nothing to see here. Please.
CB3 says, I'm still tripping off the fact that Xbox could have lasted 24 hours in 2025 without taking an L. Plays best on Series S. Do you see this shit? Come on. Starfield at 30 frames. Redfall at 30 frames. Come on. You're telling me that in the memory issues, devs talking about this thing when it was Project Lockhart. Look at this. You can't even read the friggin' letters on a book and tell me that the Series S is not a problem for developers. Fat Nathan Drake. Dude, you're telling me. Resolutions and frame rates you've never seen before. Look. Words I've never seen before. Series S looks good. You play on the Series S. This is what you like. Where are you? This is you playing on the Series S. Where is it? There it is. This is you on the Series S.
Like a blind man at an orgy, I was going to have to feel things out.
That's right. You're a blind man in an orgy. That's right. You got to be a blind man in an orgy to enjoy the Series S. Like, I can't even read the words.
Like a blind man at an orgy, I was going to have to feel things out.
Look at this. Dude, is this GoldenEye? Are we playing GoldenEye here? This is Series S, a Winter Wonderland in the Series S. Look. What is this? Who enjoys this?
Like a blind man at an orgy, I was going to have to feel things out.
You got to feel things out in order to play this game. I thought this was GoldenEye. We fighting the Russians now. Like, come on. No, the Series S is fine. It's a dev problem. Please. Please. Yeah, the Series S is fine. Listen. And now they're all trying to backtrack again, bootlegging them all. Well, that's what Microsoft told us. That's what PR told us. Well, there's a reason why they're called PR. And you're called a DF. Dumb fuck. Because that's the problem with the media. They don't question. They just get fed bullshit and keep feeding them and feeding them. They're like a mushroom. Feed them shit and keep them in the dark. That's what bootleg is. That's what Paul Tassi is. They're a fucking mushroom. Feed them
You're
bullshit.
my number one customer.
Keep them in the dark. That's what they are. Like a fucking mushroom. They don't question. They don't go, but wait a second. Baldur's Gate had this last year. You mind expanding on why this is delayed? This seems to come out of the blue. We will not come. Oh, really? Nobody pushes back because they're not media. They're not, and they're nothing. Journalists, my ass. They're DFs. Dumb fucks. Fucking mushrooms. That's your media for you. Well, that's what the PR told me. Well, now you look like a clown. Now you go put on your fucking bozo nose and run around in 2025. That's what you do. Here's your goddamn intro music clown shows. Well, then the PR said it's an exclusivity deal. Oh, really? You didn't ask them how? Like, did you call Sony and ask? Did anybody do any research, or you just ran your fucking mouths? Yeah. And just made claims. When there's a history of memory issues with this piece of shit box. Dumb mushrooms. Keep them in the dark. Feed them bullshit. That's journalism, gaming journalism in 2025. Fucking mushrooms. But that's what they told me. Well, you went to clown college. Must have went to clown journalism school. Don't ask questions. Just get fed the bullshit and write it. Well, that's what they told me. Oh, really? Well, guess what? Did they teach you in clown school how to come back from this and claim your credibility? No. You just took that PR and ran with it without questioning it. Nothing. Oh, well, they said it's an exclusivity deal. Think, McFly, think. You see the game. It's a very demanding game. They had a benchmark. It was struggling a lot, even on PCs and stuff. You didn't question how that thing was going to run on that piece of shit Xbox Series S. Why? I don't understand this. And this thing grinds my gears. Man, I'm grinding gears January 1st, 2025. Holy shit. What a year it's going to be. Liquid Data, 19 months. Happy New Year to you, sir. Thank you so much for being a member. Hit that like button. Subscribe here if you're new. Get to the 3,000. And become a member. You get music. All the music you hear here. Wanna gives you the 2. He gives you a reason to hit that like button. Even hit the subscribe button. Wanna with the 2. He says hit that like button if you think bootleg Jez Corden is a clown. Dude he was running his mouth at the end of last year going, it's all coming. Dude started in January of last year saying how it's copium that these games are not coming to Xbox. PlayStation, Xbox games are not going to PlayStation. By December, he was saying, oh, it's all coming, Gears, it's all. He ran his mouth the whole month of December. Shook the whole industry up. Everybody running that shit. Yo, talk about a freaking epiphany.
Customer.
Dude went from January 2004 saying it's copium that Xbox games are going to PlayStation, and by December of 2024, this journalist, it's like he went undercover in a war zone. He came back in December, and he's like, oh, I saw it all. I saw it all. He's like, it's all coming. It's like they sent them off to war. And he came back, and he's like, yo, I saw it's all coming. In December 2024, Bootleg was saying, oh shit, it's all coming. Halos and Gears and it's all going to PlayStation. Nothing's off the table. It's like, holy shit, dude, what happened to you in January? He's like, nah, I saw some shit, man. They took me to Xbox headquarters. I saw that frosted glass. I saw some shit. And then December, he come back. He's like, you don't believe what I saw. I saw Halo devs. I saw it all. Holy shit. Fucking true confessions of a bootleg. That's what it was. JC, that's what it was. It was true confessions of a bootleg. They fucking said, hey, Jez, come over here, Jez. Come to Xbox headquarters. Come on, Jez, blogger, no journalist, come on. He's like, holy shit. There were bodies everywhere. There were fucking dudes doing cartwheels. They're real. The cartwheel dude is real. That Sue was riding a fucking moped. I saw it all, clowning and all. I saw gears being developed for a PlayStation. I saw dev kits. Holy shit. He came back in December. He's like, it's real. It's all coming. He saw the whole thing. Dude, they sent him off to fucking Xbox boot camp. He fucking came back. He's like, holy shit. You don't believe what I saw. I saw fucking Marcus Phoenix holding a PlayStation control. Holy shit. That's what he said. That's what Bootleg came back. He's like, I'm not a blogger. He goes, it's all coming. I saw it all. You wouldn't believe it. I saw it all. That's it. What the fuck kind of journalist is that? He went from December telling everybody it's copium, defending the Xbox Shield, to December going, oh, it's all done. I saw it all. They took me in the back room. Frosted glass is real. I got a piece of it in my hand. Look, I got a cut right on my hand. That frosted glass. Oh, man, you want the Xbox ninjas? Oh, shit. Where are those emojis? Oh, no. There they are. Let me get the super chat. Cosmic Hero 20550 with the 5. He goes, Series S was the worst decision Microsoft could make. Went from a Game Pass box to now a reason Xbox don't get games. Cosmic Hero, that's a fact. That's the problem. It was supposed to be a Game Pass box. It was supposed to saturate the market. They didn't give a shit about developers. They didn't give a shit about anything. All they cared was about one thing, Game Pass. Cheap ass Game Pass, subsidized, get them in the door on this booster box, cheap ass money, $2.99, get them in, they'll subscribe because they got such a deal on a piece of shit piece of hardware with a guaranteed sticker on the box, and they'll subscribe to Game Pass because they don't know any better. And that bit them in the ass because there was no strategy, and that's the next thing I'm gonna get into. But we're still finding out. We're still finding out where Phil Spencer right now, he spit out his drink. Phil Spencer spit out his drink, and he's like, he got on the phone. Grinders, you wanted it, you got it. Hit that like button. This is improv right here. This is live improv 2025. Here it comes. You want live improv of Xbox Ninjas, you're getting it right now. Special. You better hit that subscribe button and hit that goddamn like button because this is improv. Nobody does this. This is goddamn improv. And I'm not no fucking comedian, but here we go. So right now, this is the scenario. I'm telling you right now. The timestamp. Phil Spencer just finished saying, Happy New Year, this is going to be a new year. Then he sees this news. He goes, oh, shit. Get me on the phone. We need to call them in. They're like, who? Phil, who? You know who. The Xbox Ninjas. Oh, shit, Phil. You sure you want to do it this early in the year? We need to. I need to say something when I go back to work. I got to come out there and say I saved the day. Phil, we're calling the Xbox Ninjas on New Year's? We are. Oh, shit. All right, Phil. Pick up the phone. I don't know how they're going to take it. Hey! How you doing? This is Phil Spencer. Xbox Ninjas. We're going to need you. You're going to China. What? We're going to China? But we are in the New Year's Eve. Phyllis, we got new teeth. We got teeth scheduled for tomorrow. It's going to be a New Year's. Nah, you're going to China. We need the Xbox Ninjas to go to China. You need to fix some Wukong. Wukong? There's a problem with Wukong? Yes, there's a problem with Wukong. Did you see? The dev is calling our Series S bullshit. He said about 10 gigs of shared memory. But Phil, you know that it is limited. It's 10 shared memory. What are we supposed to do? I don't know. You the fucking Xbox ninjas, go to China. Okay. Now the Xbox ninjas, they're going to China. No new teeth for 2025. They're still going to be talking like that. They're going to walk in there to China and go, hi, we're here to fix Wukong. And hopefully we'll get it working for the Series S. They're like, who the fuck are these guys? 2 guys, 1 tooth. That's who they sending over. 2 guys, 1 tooth between the both of them. Those are the Xbox ninjas. They're supposed to fix this shit. They got 1 tooth between the both of them. And they're heading to China. So they'll be on the plane heading over there to try to fix this. Phil called them on the holiday. So we'll see. They're going. They're going to China. And then they ask Phil, they go, hey, Phil, do we get first class tickets? Fuck no, you're sitting in the goddamn luggage, Phil said. Phil's like, it's a business. Xbox ninjas do not travel in first class. They do not travel in coach. The Xbox ninjas travel in the undercarriage. You're getting a pack on. Okay, Phil. All right, get the luggage. I gotta fit into this shit. Oh shit. That's right. Phil don't put him there. Phil slips him into the goddamn luggage compartment. These Xbox ninjas don't travel in first class. They go in the fucking luggage carriers. That's how Phil treats them. That's them. The Xbox ninjas. There they are. 2 guys, 1 tooth, showing up in China to go fix Wukong because they talked about the 10 gigs. It's a business. Phil got to make money. He can't afford no tickets. There's your Xbox ninjas. 0. Josh doesn't come in the pet carriages. Oh, shit. There they are. There they are. See, there's the picture of them. We got that emoji there. There it is. The Xbox ninjas. Hit that like button. Did that with a goddamn. Oh, I didn't even bring a drink down here. I started this show. Holy crap. I need an amaretto, man. It's still New Year's Day. But the Xbox ninjas are on their way. They're on their way, grinders. Or if they don't go through the luggage, I'm going to show you. This is how how Phil sends over the Xbox ninjas. I'll show you. This is how they're going over to China right now. The Xbox ninjas are going over to China. Hit that like button. Here they come. Xbox ninjas. There they come. This is he puts them in the carriages, or he goes like this. Here you go. This is Phil sending over the Xbox ninjas to go fix Wukong. First class. There they go. There go the Xbox ninjas. There they go. This is sweet. Phil got us a little mini plane to fly to China to fix a Series S. There we go. Phil spared no expense. He's sending the Xbox ninjas over with their own mini plane. There he goes. It's a business. Send them over, Phil. Get them the fuck out of here. He's sending them over. Get those Xbox ninjas to China. Josh, they're giants. 2 guys, 1 tooth. You gotta send them over there. Then Phil puts 2. He's like, nah, bitch, 2 of you are riding on that plane. Fucking ass to ass. You guys are going on that together. Fly us to China, Phil. Xbox ninjas headed over to fucking China. Go fix Wukong. Go fix Wukong. There they go. Oh man, what a fucking show, dude! There it is. You want the goat? Send them over, Phil. Phil's like, I gotta look good tomorrow. I gotta look good tomorrow, Phil says. You got the flute and the goat. There you go. Feels like I gotta look good tomorrow. January 2nd, I gotta say I did something. Well, I'm sending over it. Yo, let me tell you something, grinders. I will fall out of my friggin' chair wherever I am if I wake up tomorrow and there is a tweet from Phil Spencer or somebody saying that we're sending over a team to work with the Wukong Devs. I swear I'm gonna fucking lose it. I will lose it live. I don't know what I'll do. But dude, if there is a tweet as a response to this news and they're sending over a team, I don't know if I can control myself, because I will seriously, it will be a Holy Spirit, dude. It should be like, son of a bitch. I knew the Xbox Ninjas. So keep on the lookout tomorrow. But listen, I'm not no freaking insider. This is the shit that they do. There will be a tweet tomorrow from some bitch ass, either Phil Spencer, Microsoft PR, going, we heard what the devs and Wukong said, so we're sending over a team of a team, Xbox team, to go help them. Dude, if they send that, you know who they're sending over. You know who they're sending over. 2 guys, 1 tooth. It's us, the Xbox Ninjas Series X. Yo, if you are a grinder, you listen to this. That shit happens tomorrow. Grinder Dom, I scare myself. We heard you, we're learning. Somebody's gonna say it. I'm telling you, somebody, their PR is gonna be, well, we don't know what's going on, but we're sending over a team to China, looking into it. Watch. And they're sending over 2 guys, 1 tooth. I'm telling you. That damn goat. Craven's like that damn goat. But they're the Xbox Ninjas going over. There are 2 of them on there. Ass to ass. Heading over there. 2 guys, 1 tooth. Go fix that game. That's what they said. Go fix it. But to go with Josh was saying, nobody wanted this Series S. Nobody wanted this thing. The devs didn't want it. The memory issues have existed. Do my Mickey Mouse voice. You want all my voices. Listen, when the time comes, Mickey Mouse voice, when Phil Spencer comes down from the rooftops tomorrow. But the Series S, right? The Series S, I still don't understand what the long-term plan was for this console. That's the crazy part, because what did they think about, like, and listen, I could go back 4 years from now, 5 years, and you could go back, and the questions, when it was called Project Lockhart, I was already saying, what was the point? Like, what was the plan with the Series S and the X? Like, were they just going to kill off the S halfway? Like, this was the entire generation. We said the split RAM, right? Ashton, exactly. The whole thing is that what was their long-term plan? And if you remember, on Sunday's show, of Monday's show, I talked about how Project Brooklyn, which was supposed to be a revamped Series X, and a Project Series S, like, these revamps apparently were canceled. Bootleg said it. They were canceled. So they canceled the mid-gen refreshes to their hardware, which was supposed to have a better chip, better Wi-Fi, the new controller with the adaptive triggers. Like, it was supposed to be bundled, and it's supposed to be the same low price of $500. Well, they threw glitter on it, and they called it $600. But they never changed any of the internals. So what was their plan with the S? Like, they really thought the S was going to be a 10-year, 7-year hardware, and devs weren't going to, struggle with it? Or did they really think that the S was going to sell so much and saturate the market that devs would be tied to it, similar to, like, what a Switch is? Like, the Switch is weak, But if they're taking time out to develop for the weak hardware of the Switch, then they'll take their time out to develop for the S. And it's like, do you know how many games the Switch misses out on because of its weak hardware? And when they do it, they're doing it because the install base is so high. So Phil, you don't have the install base, nor you get different games than they do. And that's why I even thought, Josh, the same thing. Like, I thought they were going to have some sort of upgrade, like 2 years in. Remember, like, they have that Xbox buy a layaway shit where you could subscribe for 2 years of Game Pass and have a console, and you pay like installments of like $50 a month for 2 years. But then in 18 months, you could upgrade. What is the purpose? What are you upgrading to once you pay off your console or your 18 months? There's no new hardware. What was their plan? Devs were critiquing the Series S when it was called Project Lockhart. What did they think 4 years in? What would devs be doing? And on top of that, Sony just gave you a PS5 Pro where they came around and they just updated the PS5 Pro without even talking about an Xbox version. And if it is some money-hatting shit, I don't think Sony needs to do much. Sony just has to give them a little wink and the game is exclusive because they don't want to deal with the Xbox. Of all the things that this dev could say, you won Game of the Years. You got even the Outstanding Story Game. You won Steam Awards. You said you go here, although there were no big surprises. I felt a little emotional after getting all of them. Everyone's fighting power is so terrifying, but the only thing missing is the Xbox. It seems a bit wrong, but there are 10 gigs of shared memory. It's really impossible to get it without several years of optimization experience. Like, dude, the only thing missing from their whole Wukong celebration is that there's no Xbox version. It's not on a platform. And he doesn't go because, oh, well, he wouldn't even say this if it was an exclusivity deal. He wouldn't even say the words Xbox. Dude, you saw Astrobot, dude, winning the award. He didn't even mention Nintendo in his acceptance when he took influence from them to make Astrobot. If this was some exclusive paid by Sony, you think that they would let the dev just freely talk about an Xbox version if this was some 6-month or 1 year timed exclusive? Have you seen how Sony does exclusives before? They don't do it. If Sony paid for exclusivity, this guy would not be talking about Xbox versions. And the top of all that, instead of just saying, oh, we're just missing the Xbox version, he goes into detail and talks specifically about the memory and optimization. Listen, if there wasn't a problem, it would have never been said. That's the point. If the hardware was not a problem, there would be no more sentences after Xbox. We wouldn't even probably have a delay. And the question comes up multiple times. Starfield, why not launch 60 frames? Redfall, where was the 60 frames at launch? Hellblade, where Hellblade 2, why is it not 60 frames? Is it because they don't want to show they can't get it? The resolution is too low? Look at Indiana Jones. Look at how low of a resolution that has to run on the Series S. It is ridiculous. And that console is $350. That is not a $100 console. That's not a fucking Ouya. The Series X, the Series S is $350 goddamn dollars. Is that pocket change to anybody? All you pocket watches. $700. Who wants this? Well, how's the $700 box get an update and the booster box don't? Come on. Memory issues. Halo Infinite. No split screen. I showed you. Look at how it runs on the Series X. That's not a problem. This is not just one dev, one problem, lazy dev. This has been an inherent problem over the last 4 years with the Series S. even with their own first-party games, not having performance modes in them because the resolution has to be so friggin' low that some games don't even have a performance mode on the Series S. It's only on the X. Tell me that this is a dev problem. And if it is a dev problem, the only reason why it's a dev problem is because you don't even have enough install base in your consoles to make it justifiable for time and money of a dev to prioritize your GIMP ass box. That's the problem. You're shopping around a GIMP ass Xbox with a low piss poor install base that devs are like, yo, I got better things to do than to spend tons of time optimizing my game for an install base that first off is small, secondly is waiting for everything to come to Game Pass, and thirdly is showing declines every goddamn quarter. You don't think developers, if you're making a game, you don't think that you sit there and you see developer update Microsoft hardware minus 39%, minus 40%, minus 50% as a developer. You don't think you see that and go, guys, how much time is it taking us to make this Xbox version? Because they just announced that they lost more 30%. Then I'm like, dude, it's taking us extra time because this console is super weak and we're trying to make our game run on it. Well, you want to know what? Let's not prioritize that right now. Let's prioritize what's out there.
You're my
Give a
number one
PlayStation,
customer.
make a pro update and do that. Like, this is logic. This is logic, time, cost, demand, supply. That's what this is. This is not no insider knowledge. This is not, you don't need to be like, you don't need it. This is it. That's exactly what shit's going down. How do you know? Because you see it right here in front of your eyes. Why are games just skipping Xbox? Oh, Capcom. Oh, it was the NT framework. That's why Capcom fighting game was an NT framework issues. Why are there so many issues on a console that's designed for, we heard you, for the developers? Why are there so many loopholes and challenges? NT framework issues on Xbox. Sorry, delayed. Memory issues. We can't get co-op working. Sorry. 10 gigabytes of shared memory. Sorry, we don't have an announcement yet. Doesn't that sound it's awfully strange for a gaming console to have so many challenges when it's supposed to be a fixed piece of hardware that's supposed to be easy for devs to optimize for? The PC is a Frankenstein of a machine that causes a lot of optimizations and updates and challenges. But you're talking about a fixed piece of hardware, a console made by supposedly for developers, having all issues and challenges. Tell me who that console was made for. Wasn't made for the devs. Right? Wasn't made for the devs. Game Night with the 5, he goes, Game Science should just cancel the Xbox port. The game had a budget of $43 million. They sold $200 million for $60. 20 million times 60 is $1.2 billion. Exactly, Game Night. The longer they wait, it's sort of like, you know, is it worth it? And he says, it's really impossible to get it without several years of optimization experience. You need very experienced and diligent people to be working on this thing. It's taking time. But it's lazy devs, though. They're lying. The devs are lying. But Paul Tassi was right. Microsoft PR was telling the truth. Really? Come on now. Josh, I don't know. I don't know about GTA 6. That's what I said. I don't know what the end goal was for the Series S. Did they not see this coming? Did they not think that games, like, it's okay as an option if you don't care about the power or you're not running this on what, like if you don't give a shit and you just want a cheap box, which again, the Series S is not going down in price. It is $350 for a 1 terabyte. But what's happening is not only is the install base causing developers not to prioritize Xbox, but the Series S and its challenges are causing developers to skip the platform and prioritize the PlayStation. Listen, we've seen this before. We've seen this with the original Xbox and the PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 was such a high install base that Xbox was the least priority because it didn't have the install base. That's where the 360 went out a year ahead to build that install base to 10 million before PlayStation even came out. And by having that install base and having those people there, it gave Microsoft leverage to get games the same day as PlayStation. Otherwise, they would be fighting an uphill battle. And PlayStation will be getting games first just by naturally having the install base and not wasting time to develop for a small install base. Hell, the Switch had to justify itself by selling like hotcakes to get developers to put games on there. All of a sudden, Switch at 50 million, Switch at 60 million. Now all of a sudden, Hellblade, all these games are coming to a Switch. You're like, whoa, third party just showed up. Well, third party showed up because of the install base. They weren't there for the Wii U. They were there for the Wii, but not for the Wii U. And then the Switch, and they go, oh shit, whoa, this thing's selling. All right, it's worth it. Put our games over there. So there is a double-edged sword going on at Microsoft with their install base and the S. And what's another problem is that they just said, I don't know where they said it, but the pivot was that people are buying more X's now than S's. S was front-loaded, and now they're upgrading to the X. So now the S being the larger install base, which it may be, still is shrinking, which is making it even harder for them to justify developing for a shrinking, dying, weaker platform. So what was their plan? What was it? To just have this fade out? Because that's what it seems like. That's what 2025 seems to be. We're just going to have that Xbox just fade away. Just go away. It'll just not get games. It'll just fade away. But the problem lies into the platform because it's not just the console. The console is what runs their cloud. So if Wukong skips Xbox, there is no hope that Wukong will ever come to cloud at all, whether it's a purchasable game or in Game Pass, which will never be in Game Pass, but it won't be a purchasable game on their cloud to offer in their storefront because it's skipping Xbox. So like when a game doesn't come out for their hardware, it hurts their whole storefront ecosystem, their platform, their Windows Store, their Xbox, everything that they want, their platform. Like, it's fine. Everybody's jamming to it on Steam. That's not Xbox ecosystem. That's Windows. That's great. That's an operating system. It's a PC. But that's not that Xbox ecosystem. That hurts Phil's team. Buying games on Steam, like Wukong going to Steam and PlayStation and not on an Xbox platform, a Windows Store, or an Xbox, that hurts Phil's team. Satya might like it because, oh yeah, well, all right, well, they're playing on a Windows machine, but that's a... But that bypass, that doesn't have a reason. That hurts Phil's team. That's why when people go, well, the console doesn't matter. The console's what runs their cloud, dopey. Their console's running off of Xbox. Their cloud runs off of Xboxes. If the game is not made for an Xbox because the install base is so small, and the dev doesn't believe, well, the dev's not counting all the cloud, because again, we have to go back only just to last year where Sarabon said that the cloud isn't growing the way they wanted to. It's just the same people using cloud to download, to try out games before they download. Microsoft themselves said that cloud isn't growing because people don't want to play on small screens. People just use cloud to try games out before downloading them. Sarabon said that. I've showed that here a number of times. So Phil Spencer can't go off and say, well, we got all these cloud subscribers, which, by the way, it's bundled with Game Pass. So just because you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber and play on Xbox, that doesn't mean you're playing on cloud. You have cloud, but remember, cloud isn't its own thing. This is where Microsoft messaging fumbles. The cloud. That's right, Fahim. The cloud. Because the cloud is bundled with Game Pass Ultimate. So they are just counting numbers of people that probably don't even use the cloud. There might be a bunch of console players playing Xbox Ultimate on Game Pass on their console. But they're cloud subscribers. Maybe they're not using the cloud. They're not cloud players. Maybe they use it, maybe they don't. They don't have to. Because you bundled it all under one roof so you can make those numbers look good. I would love to see an only cloud subscription and see those numbers. Yeah, right, Jack. You know what those numbers are? Ass and hole. That's what those numbers are. How many specific people playing on the cloud all the time? Yeah. That's some farts in the wind right there. Please. It's all bundled together. So if you're a Game Pass Ultimate subscriber and just playing Game Pass PC, yeah, you don't use cloud. I go Game Pass and I play on my console. Oh, but Microsoft counts you as a cloud subscriber. The devs are not buying it. The devs aren't. Oh, they're like, yo, no, we don't buy it. And that's what Microsoft's trying to do. They're trying to fluff their numbers. They've been fluffing. God, then fill the fluffer. But it's not helping because not only do they have the install base that they got to try to justify, but they have this complicated, weaker hardware that games are trying to push the limits and trying to do more and more, and they got to go do less and less. That's the whole reason why we upgrade hardware. That's the reason why the new hardware of PCs are coming out. Everything's moving forward. The S is holding everything down. It's been doing that. And Microsoft has been losing games. It's a fluffer. Fill the fluffer. That's right, Josh. The fluffers. But yeah. So I still don't know what their strategy is. But like what Cosmic said in the chat, I appreciate it, man. He goes, Series S was the worst decision Microsoft made. They went from a Game Pass box. And I think they will, again, just like with all these deals, they were trying to do the short-sighted win. The same thing they're doing right now by putting games on PlayStation. What is the long-term goal of this? Is it a case-by-case forever? Forever? But there's no red line? So does that mean that every game that you announce is coming to PlayStation? Case-by-case? How long can you drag on case-by-case and still expect people to invest in your brand? Oh, we're going to put it over there. Maybe, maybe not. We'll put it over maybe, maybe. Well, maybe making a new one. Maybe not. Maybe no. Maybe this. Maybe like, what is your brand anyway? What is your purpose? What is the game plan? Were you planning to excise the Series S after a few years? You've been increasing the price of it, not dropping it. That S should be $100 right now. Fire sale. But you added more memory and increased the price to it to $350. What's the game plan? What is it? Because it wasn't having the devs in mind, because the devs are struggling for this thing. Some don't even put performance modes on it. So, like, tell me where it is. So, I don't know. But all I know is, hey, yo, if they come out and respond to this thing, let me do a quick scroll down Twitter and see if it has happened yet. Yo. And again, the fans, like people cab, like, oh no, this is not real. Listen, I just told you about how the Pro got the update for Call of Duty. The Pro got the update for Wukong before Xbox version even announced. Listen, this is going to be the end of days, dude. The Pro is going to be the thorn in Xbox's side. It's going to be, they wish, and what's hilarious is that the same people that love the Series X and oh my God, and this, they don't understand the need for a Pro all of a sudden. But they were, man, the 1X, they were going down, they were dropping their pants for the 1X. and the Series X and the power of the box, and all of a sudden now they don't know what the power. What's that? Power. Like I don't know. They're wilding right now. They are wilding. VGT, man, they're all going crazy. They're all going crazy right now. But yep, there it is. There you go. Here's the blogger slash performer, all this other stuff. Wukong Dev never mentioned the Series S before. Also, 100% confident from me with multiple sources that have proven repeatedly accurately, including the stuff that will come for me next week. Xbox believes there's a deal in place with Sony to exclude Xbox for a period of time. Also, it was Paul who reported it first, but rumors were being shared around Xbox team as early as SGF. So they're saying it's a Sony deal. All right. Listen. I'll tell you what it is. There's no release date for the game on Xbox. So regardless of what it is, whether it's a Sony deal, whether it's what the dev said and it's memory, like other devs had said before. That's what I mean. Like it's like what other devs have said before. This is what I mean. As a journalist, you'll be like, well, wait a second. They believe it's a Sony deal. They believe it was a Sony deal. Because that's what I hear. That's what I'm hearing. Are those the same sources that told you that this was copium, that games were going to PlayStation? Like I said, he'd been through a lot last year. They took him in the bunker. He went to boot camp. I saw things. Oh, it's all coming. He went crazy in December. I saw things. Oh, and it was copium in January. When was this? Yeah. This was right before he saw things. He was still fighting that fight. This was August. Yeah, they must have took him behind the scenes after August, because after that, he came back in December and November. He was talking in tongues. He was like, I saw it all. It's all coming. Halo was playing on a PlayStation. Oh. Yeah, he came back like crazy. He came back talking in tongues in December. He's like, you wouldn't believe what I saw. I saw it all. There was Master Chief, and he was on a PlayStation. Oh my God. It's all coming. I don't believe it. Everything is all. It's just timed exclusivity now. It's over. That was him in December. He was still fighting until August. But this is the thing. My sources, you go fuck your sources. Because the thing is, it doesn't answer the question as to where the fuck is Wukong on Xbox. When is it coming out? What's the release date? You know what's hilarious is that there's more marketing for Indiana Janky Jones on PlayStation 5 without a release date, getting trailers and all this shit, than Wukong. It is gone. It is Wukong. Like, people just go, my sources, oh yeah, they told me. Fuck you. You know what? I don't trust anybody anymore. I trust my own two eyes. They're my fucking sources right there. This doesn't make Wukong on Xbox, it doesn't make it any better. The problem is it's not there. It was a game of the year. It is a fucking awesome game, and it's not on an Xbox. I don't care why, it's not there. But Phil runs his mouth. The Xbox community and answer the questions. Where is it? And if it was a Sony deal, then how does the dev talking about an Xbox version? Explain it to me. They believe it's a Sony deal. Well, why would the dev specifically talk about memory? And why would that be not the only dev? Baldur's Gate dev said the same thing the year before. id Software said the same thing. Halo couldn't get split screen. Like, this is a motif that's been going on for years on your console. So how do you just think it's a Sony deal? That's it. That's why. Because you don't want to admit that the Xbox Series S is having a hard time with developers. which that's a fucking fact. I just showed you Indiana Jones running on a Series S. Look at it. Does it look like it's optimized? Does it look like it, or does it look like it's fighting for its life? Like, come on, guys. Like really? Do we really need like sources and shit telling us? Like, will you really need? Oh, here's my source right here. I showed it to you. The Digital Foundry. Like, look, does this look like a game that's ready? Oh, there's no issues here. Nothing to see here. Like, again, Jez, like, seriously, like, look. But we hear it's a deal with Sony. There are no issues with the Series S. So look. You think this is a console that's like, oh yeah, no issues here? You can't even see the text on it. Like, what kind of blogger journalist are you? You don't have any inkling that maybe a technical issue? Considering we had other devs say the same thing and look at these games from their own first party? No, the S is fully capable of running Wukong, which struggled on base PS5 and even PCs with ray tracing and stuff, and then just got a PS5 Pro patch? Lazy devs, dude, they got the Pro patch out by December. But come on. No, the S is fine. It's the devs. Dude, look how low that is freaking resolution. Come on. There's no ounce of doubt. My sources told me it's not a technical issue. Get the hell out of here. Please. But yet again, it's still not there. No release date. So Phil talks about that Xbox community.
Black Ops 6 Day 1 Game Pass.
Black Ops 6.
Oh, yeah, that community.
Some people said I wouldn't do that.
It's still not there. So stop with the excuses and answer the question. It doesn't change the fact that there is no window of release for this game. And this is not the first. It's not the first. And even their own studios have issues with games. See? They all ran with it. Exclusivity deal. Yeah, this was the number on August. Oh, Sony money hatting. Well, Xbox, you spent $80 billion. Where's your money hat? You know, I love that. It's like, oh, but they're poor. If Sony's money hatting, Phil dropped an $80 billion check off at Activision. Does that sound silly to complain about somebody spending money to put a game? Even if this was a money hat deal, how can you cry when Microsoft wrote an $80 billion fucking check to buy a whole ass publisher after writing another $7 billion check? And you have the balls to talk about exclusivity and money hatting from poor old Sony? Again, the logic of these dopey ass bastards. It's like, hello, Paul McFly. Sony money hatting games. Dude, you just spent a year talking about how Microsoft was begging to spend $80 billion. How can the trillion-dollar company cry poor? And how can you support that? If this was anybody, I would be like, wait a second, Sony money hatting? I wouldn't be mad at Sony. I would look right back at goddamn Xbox and go, motherfuckers, why aren't you buying this stuff? You just spent $80 billion. Are you buying the wrong things? I think so. Because now we got to make our money back. Sony's dropping little old checks off and buying games and getting Game of the Years only on their platform for a console that moving games. Microsoft, don't you think you're spending your money stupidly? Why did you spend $80 billion to keep a game where it is? Why did you spend $80 billion to keep a game everywhere and then cry that it's a business? Well, exclusivity deal. Guess what, motherfucker? It's a business. Oh, there's Sony's answer. If it is, it's a business, bitch.
Great circle is
It's a business. Sony's doing a business. Why? Microsoft says it's a business. Sony says it's a business. It's a business, motherfucker. Man up. It's a business. How? You're $1 trillion company. Oh, but Sony's paying for the exclusivity. You spend $80 billion. Why? Oh, because we want our games everywhere. Call of Duty was everywhere, motherfucker. What did you do? But we put it everywhere. Where? It was on mobile phones. It was on. Everybody was playing Call of Duty before your ass. Why'd you spend $80 billion? But it's for Blizzard King. It's for Panda Pop and mobile. Oh, you got a store? No. Do you have one now? No. Do you have a phone to put this mobile game on your phone? No, we don't have a phone either. Really? So where are you putting your mobile games? We would like to make a store. Then why are you spending $80 billion? The mobile. Well, what phone do you? Do you have Windows Phone again? No. It makes no fucking sense. They spent all this money. They don't have a mobile store. Call of Duty was everywhere to begin with. But they spent $80 billion for what? To bring back all the Call of Duties? Dude, a year later, nope. Oh, to bring back, was it Prototype? That's right, motherfucker. It was Prototype was supposed to come back. I remember now. You playing Prototype, everybody? Everybody playing Prototype right now? Phil brought it back for you? Oh, maybe motherfucking Spyro. Maybe Spyro. You riding that purple dragon? You riding that purple dragon? You riding that purple dragon into the new year? Oh, no, not that. Let me see. Maybe Crash Bandicoot. You have a new Crash Bandicoot game? You riding that bitch? No. Then why the fuck did they spend $80 billion? Why? For what? For who? Oh, but if Sony paid for an exclusivity deal for a game that was identified as a game of the year and people want to play it and people are buying it, woohoo! Oh, no, bad. Bad? You spent $80 billion. You might as well just wiped your ass with that $80 billion because you've done nothing with it. The only thing it done is it put you in a fucking debt that now you need your competitor to try to make a buck. Exactly, Kratos, for mobile. Do they have a store? Kratos, do they have a store? No. Do you have a phone? No. Do you have a mobile operating system? No. What the fuck you buying shit for mobile for? Kratos, why are they buying for mobile? We would like to have a mobile store in July. Bitch, it's January 25. What the fuck's going on? Exactly. They spent all this money and not known to do with it. So that's what I mean. As a journalist, the fuck are your questions? This shouldn't be news. You should be knocking on Xbox's door going, where the fuck is the game? And what's hilarious is I don't think Microsoft knows, but you want to know what? Just like Baldur's Gate 3, I don't think Microsoft fucking cares. That's the real answer. That's the real answer, grinders. They don't give a shit. Because Black Myth Wukong is not in Game Pass. Black Myth Wukong is not in the cloud. They don't give a shit about games. Don't you realize that? Do you remember their attention to Baldur's Gate 3? Oh no, they never commented until Baldur's Gate 3 started selling. And everybody was saying, hey, Microsoft, where's your version of Baldur's Gate 3? That's a good question. I don't know. That's the question, grinders. They don't care. You think they care about Black Myth Wukong? That's why he's sending over Two Guys, One Tooth. Because he don't give a shit about this game on his platform. This is not going to make them subscribe to Game Pass. If this bitch was in Game Pass, Phil will be on the plane himself. They don't care. Exactly. They don't care. They don't give a shit. Just look at Baldur's Gate. They did not care until that game became a thing. Everybody was buying it. And all the community, what was left of it, was begging at Phil Spencer's knees, where is our version, Phil? But that's it. They don't care. They're not fighting for this game to come on. They don't care. That's why when you asked them, it wasn't Phil Spencer that answered the question. It was some PR bullshit. Because they don't know. They're like, oh, wait, we don't have Black Myth. Black Myth came out and we don't have one? Oh, what happened? I don't know. Must have been some deal. Must have been something. I don't know. We don't comment. We don't know why it's not there. We have no clue. You know? Even their response, dude, their PR response seems so kind of like confused. Like, just look, this is their response. Tell me if this is from somebody who really cares about bringing games to people. We're excited for the launch of Black Myth Wukong on Xbox. Well, when was it? When is it? It should have been the same day as Sony, right? We're excited. If you're so excited, we're excited for the launch. The launch passed already, and it wasn't on your platform. So what do you were that excited that you realized it's not there? And we're working with Game Science to bring the game to our platform. Excuse me, it was a multi-plat. It was never touted as an exclusive. What do you mean you're working with them? The work should have been done, and it should have launched when it launched on everybody's platform. What do you mean you're working with them? We prefer not to comment on deals made by partners with other platform holders, but we can confirm that the delay is not due to Xbox platform limitations that have been raised to us. Ooh. Really? Then let me ask you a question. Well, you know what? Let's. I need to see something. Wait a second. I need to call out the bullshit here. Oh man. Wait a second, Grinders. This is just too good.
Skin?
This is too friggin' good. Wait a second. Uh-huh. Is this it? There we go. So, there you go. Black Myth Wukong releases on August 2024. A new trailer debuts at the Game Awards. It's set to launch on Xbox Series X. There you go. December 2023. So it was initially announced.
Yeah.
And we're excited for a launch. Look. There it is. We're excited for the launch. Oh. Then you wonder where it was on August 20th. Oh, but at Summer Games Fest, they just dropped off the Xbox version. Sony money hatted it. Mm-hmm. Did they now? So you're excited. You're so excited about the launch of Black Myth Wukong, but you didn't think that, when Black Myth comes out, it was originally announced for our platform. No update to that. You just let Xbox just drop off. And then at Summer Games Fest, they showed it and Xbox wasn't on there anymore. And then they asked, and then they said it's coming at a later date. That's what they said. So then at the Game Awards show, Xbox just wasn't on there anymore. And then they had to ask the devs, and then the devs go, yeah, it's coming later. Really? So that's how you let your community that you love so much, that you sign their ass, you come to FanFest, you let them find out by just dropping your shit off of the next announcement after they were on there already, the X and the S. You don't think that August 20th comes and your game is you're not on there, that people are going to have questions? No. Exactly. And Sony paid for some exclusivity, but never marketed it as such. Apparently. So from end of 2023 to Summer Game Fest, Sony paid some money to them and said, don't tell anybody, but you're exclusive to us for some undisclosed time. That's the story that we believe in. And it wasn't any technical issue. Yeah. And for the amount of time and interviews
Black Ops 6 day one.
this son of a bitch does,
right?
right?
Like, some people said I wouldn't do that. Yeah, most
Interviews can't shut up. A Microsoft representative had to give him this. Phil Spencer ain't talking about this, right? Like I told you. He will not look bad. He has to be the savior. So tomorrow, he will come down from the rooftops. Oh boy, here I come, Phil this. And he will save the day. It was some sort of deal, but I can give you the release date now. And he will announce the release date. Just like when he said before. Oh, I know in November. I know I can't talk about the release date of it. Right, Phil? Why? We'll see. Well, we'll see, but yep. Trailers. Look at that. 2.8 million views on the final trailer for Black Myth Wukong on PlayStation's website. A massive global release. And then there you go. Everybody and their mother. Black Myth Wukong delayed because of 10 gigabytes of memory optimization issues on S. Xbox Phil Spencer hinted at Xbox version, but did not provide specific details. Game director Feng Ji confirmed that technical issues with the Xbox Series X shared memory are causing delays. Game Science is optimizing the Series X version and will announce a release date once quality standards are met. In November, Phil Spencer teased that Black Myth Wukong version at the Xbox version, though he said he can't discuss it. Oh, I wonder why. The one person who can talk about this is the games director, who posted appears to be a confirmation that the delay is due to the Series S. Boom. And there it is. So, like I said, I just provide what my two eyeballs see. And I see their technical issues, but Microsoft will not admit that their hardware is a limitation that caused the delay. They will come up with some sort of like, well, somebody money hatted it. So Sony paid for exclusivity somewhere between the announcement of 6 months and never marketed as such as an exclusive. It just, they paid money, but didn't want to kind of promote the game as an exclusive. Really. Okay. That's the story. But there you go. Facts present themselves because we still never had a release date. There you go. What is it? September, October, November, December, January, February. It's going to be February, it'll be 6 months. We will see. Just like that Xbox podcast. Come on. Just 4 games. That's it. Don't take it as a sign. Come on. By the end of the year, no red lines. We learned it's all coming. Like, really? Please. Just 4 games. Don't take it as a sign. Instead, he should have said, we're putting 4 games on there. We're going to see how they do, but probably more will come if they're successful with it. No, he didn't say that. He just said, don't take it as a sign. Meanwhile, it was a sign. It's all coming. So, who's the one that's lying? And there you go, Michael. They privated the series as video for a reason. Exactly. They've done so many sleazy things. We covered it all here. And, you know, as a gamer, I don't like getting lied to, and and the media. Media is a bunch of clowns. All they put is the word sources in there. My sources told me what I heard was, and we're supposed to believe them. Fuck them and fuck their sources. Because we see what's happening. The game is not here. And it doesn't make it any better. Like, well, they said that Sony bought it. Microsoft just spent $80 billion. What do you mean? They don't have the money to buy it? Why is Microsoft not buying it? That's the question they should be asking. As an Xbox fan, right? Why didn't you buy it, Microsoft? What's going on? Why is Sony doing this? You spent $80 billion, but you're not doing anything with it. Right? That's what a real fan would question and not cap and be glazed. I love that word. Glazed. A bull. And think like, oh, yeah, no, don't. Like it's sort of like putting somebody to bed. And they're like, but mom, I got to get the, no, put your head down. Don't worry about it. And that's what they try to do. This media Mongols and these bloggers. They try to just like, oh, no. Like you put your head up, ask a question. It's like, oh, no, don't ask me. Go down. No. But what about, why are they not spending? No. My sources told me that's okay. It's okay. Go to sleep. Xbox is great. Phil Spencer's your daddy. You don't go to bed. But he said that, don't. Remember what Sarah Bond said. Don't do what he says. Do what he meant was. Oh, okay. Good night. But I've questioned. Dawn, there's no questions. My sources told me. Go to bed. Xbox bot. Go to bed. Go to bed. Don't question anything. No. Bootleg's here to put you to sleep. Tuck you in. That's what they are. A bunch of damage control.
Great circle is
That's what they are. But Grinders, if this is any indication of how 2025 is going to be, you want to hit that subscribe button because we are going to have some fun because we call out the bull here. We are gamers. I love quality games and we'll play wherever they are, but don't lie to the gamers. And don't try to use your connections to make it look like you're more important than us because that doesn't work. So be a grinder. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button, and let's get 2025 off to a fiery start. Thank you again, Grinders. Hit that like button, share it out. Become a member for the VIPs and get those emojis and music that you hear here only in the Gaming Grindhouse. Good night, Grinders. See you later.
Welcome to all VIP and Ultimate Grinders.